And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and kind of a dead day in 2K today. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, it's not as exciting as days we've had in the past. It's Thursday. I mean, Thursdays are usually dead in 2K, but you know, before at least we had moments packs, which granted were terrible. At least it was something for me to open. But we have no moments packs today. We did get some moments challenges though. I just don't understand why we don't get moments cards anymore. Even, you know, it's like, even if they sell like 5 bundles of VC due to these packs, that's still better than 0. So I just don't understand why 2K's not even putting them out. We got the moments challenges though. Hachimura has a challenge. Suns heat check cards have a challenge. Jaylen Brown has a challenge. And then this guy who I've never heard of before, Facundo Campazzo. Look, I don't bill myself as a scholar of the game and a scholar of NBA basketball, but like I generally know who most players are, and I honestly have no idea who that guy is. I have never heard of him before. I think I've seen his silver card a couple times, maybe. But there is some MT to be made off these cards, especially if you're already at level 40 or you're close to it and you don't care about this 1200 MT. There's actually a pretty good amount of MT to be made because some of these cards are expensive. Let's start off with this man. Yeah, where is he? I have him actually. Facundo Campazzo. I just put him up. Yeah, if you have the heat check version, you can get yourself at least 25k for this card. So I would recommend selling him ASAP. Like, if you don't plan on doing that challenge, get rid of him now. His 21 current, I believe, is going for a decent amount as well. Yeah, his 21 current. Somebody put him up for 100k. I mean, wishful thinking. You can get about 21, 22k for him. So, I mean, if you have the heat check and the silver version of him, you can net yourself close to 50k just on Bruno Campazzo alone. That's a pretty good day for not having to do very much. Rui Hachimura, he's going for not too expensive just because there are multiple iterations of Rui. But yeah, I mean, you can get about 4 or 5k for him, and that's pretty good for a gold card. Though I will caution you because 2K has kind of messed with the pack odds, and they just straight up don't drop gold or below players anymore, period. That these guys are going to be hard to come by, so if you are looking to lock this collection in, and you have Rui Hachimura, I'm not sure 3k is really worth it, because that's probably what he's going to be anyway. Now, if you don't have any Rui Hachimura cards, and you want one to do this challenge, you have to do 5 dunks. I would go for the heat check card. The reason I'm saying that is just because his stats are overall better, and price-wise he's going for the exact same as the gold versions of his card. And because he's on fire, he gets at least a little stat boost, 81 driving dunk. That's more manageable than what he has before. So, I mean, if you're going to try to do that challenge, this is probably the one I would go for over any of them. Obviously, if you have the Emerald one that we got earlier in the season, that works as well. Let's see, what's his current Series 1 going for? About the same. They're all going for about a 5k. So I don't really think it matters which one you grab. They're all about the same, but since they're all the same, I would go at least grab the heat check one. I think that one will have more longevity for like potentially selling for more MT later on in the year. It just depends if they even release heat check cards anymore. We're getting to the point where I just feel like they won't. Suns heat check cards aren't really that expensive just because the challenge itself is relatively quick. I think it's just score 21 points over multiple games or in one game. I can't remember. I'll go look in a second. So realistically, you can use anyone, like from Javon Carter up to Chris Paul. Like, it doesn't really matter. You just have to use 3 Suns players from the heat check set. I mean, yeah. Just look at the Suns. They're all going for about 4k and under, like at the lowest end. Personally, since they're all going for the same price, I would probably go for ones that are, you know, actually activated and like, I don't know how heat checked, you know, on fire, whatever. So like Cameron Payne, Michael Bridges, Frank Kaminsky, who, God, I hate Frank Kaminsky so much, dude. He just reminds me of just the most annoying guy at the bar. Damian Jones, even, just whoever's on fire, just because the stats will be way better. It'll just make your life a lot easier, and they're all going for the same price anyway. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, win a game of TT or TTO using 3. So you just have to win the game. You don't even have to score enough points, so it doesn't really matter. I like how they put TT or TTO, like anybody's going to go choose Triple Threat Online for that challenge. Jaylen Brown, he's If you have this Jaylen Brown, it doesn't really matter what he's going for. I would just put him up anyway. Because chances are tomorrow, you're literally going to be able to buy this card for like 800, 900 MT tomorrow. Unless it's guaranteed packs, then you might be a little out of luck, but you can just buy him back a week from now. It doesn't really matter. I don't particularly think he's going to be too expensive either way in legitimately a couple days. So even if he's going for like 3K, I think it's a good idea just to put this Jaylen Brown up. Or if you have multiples, definitely want to put him up. If you have any like promo packs in your unopened pack area, now's probably a good time to pick those up because you might be able to draw, you know, one of these silver guys, maybe a heat check if you have any heat check ones, or potentially like Jaylen Brown or something, make a little bit of MT. Like, I'll put him up for 3.9, and if I get 3.9 for him, that's a come up. I'm cool with that. As far as heat check versions, he is, yeah, he's balling right now. So you can get about 12K for this. Realistically, if you're looking to do this challenge, there's no reason to pick that up. He just has to score like 38 points over multiple games. Like, you can just do TT offline and score points, or you can do like rookie dom. Doesn't really matter. We did get the new clues for tomorrow's free player. Just looking it up, obviously it looks to be a player that was international at one time, so that kind of rules out guys like Anthony Davis or Larry Sanders, which would have been sweet. It is looking like it might be Nurkic, which is what a lot of people are saying right now on Twitter. I'm seeing Nurkic, and I'm seeing Hakeem Olajuwon, but Hakeem's a pack seller, so I just don't see that being the case. Though he does kind of fit the mold as well. But Nurkic's stat line through, I believe, 2017, 2018 playoffs, he scored like 47 points and had like 17 rebounds or whatever. So, I mean, it wouldn't really surprise me for it to be him. I don't know, though. It's kind of tough. I usually try not to speculate on these things because, like, last week everybody thought it was John Starks, and then it ended up being Andre Miller, who, by the way, Andre Miller kind of hoops, man. He's pretty good. I'm surprised. This is the first time I've ever used an Andre Miller card in 2K, and he actually is pretty good. Like, that never happened, so good on 2K, I guess, for making Andre Miller the consummate professional good. I don't know. Now, as far as the market goes, chances are 2K is going to tease whatever packs are coming out Friday, because instead of giving us, like, Thursday packs or even, like, Wednesday super packs like they were doing for a while, they just tease the Friday packs and get everyone into, like, a excited frenzy. So I would look at some of these cards. If you're looking for any cards that you've been wanting, a lot of them are going to be cheap tonight. Not cheap, like, I don't think you're going to be getting DeMar DeRozan for 100K, but, you know, he might drop down to 150, 175, which is a pretty good price for him at this stage. I personally think, I don't really think we're getting retro. I guess it's more of like wishful thinking where I hope we get retro for. We haven't got a retro series in Season 6, and they've been coming out with retros since their inception once a season, so I'm hoping that we get retros. Wouldn't surprise me to see point guard LeBron James. We are at that stage of the game where we're going to start getting stupid ass cards pretty soon, so I mean, Ben Simmons is dumb. I just want more big point guards to come out so Ben Simmons' price goes down a little bit, because I just like Ben Simmons a lot in-game, and I would like to use him. I would take a Brandon Ingram point guard, too. I would. I mean, that's just Penny Hardaway. I guess that's about it. We could see Flash, too. Like, it's been a little bit since we got a Flash pack. I don't think 2K is going to do idols, and if they do, that'll be a pretty big-name player attached to it. It just depends. I'm hearing a lot of people talk about how we might get the token market. I saw, like, a Bio said something in a video. I didn't watch it, but I saw the thumbnail or whatever. I don't necessarily think we're getting token market this week. I don't. Maybe we get it. I would think that the beginning of Season 7 is most likely when we're going to get token market. Just because it makes the most sense for 2K to open up a season with the token market rather than put it into the game with 1 week left of Season 6. Unless it's a limited time thing. But it makes the most sense that they'll put it in the beginning of Season 7 to attract more players back over. It's tough to really say exactly what we're getting tomorrow. I don't know. Oh, by the way, there's a daily challenge where you have to buy shoes from the auction. So if you have a bunch of bronze shoes, you can get a few extra MT by putting them up for 300 or 350. People will buy them. So the badge market has been weird. I've been trying to look at it a little bit, and I don't know. Like, the badge market fluctuates. Sometimes it's very expensive, sometimes it's not, and that makes sense based on what cards need them. My general rule of thumb is if you get a card that you want from the packs, don't ever badge it up that first weekend, because it's just going to be so expensive for no reason. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's going to be so stupid. Shout out to NBA 2K21 My Team News on Twitter, who repost my videos a lot, and I appreciate you, by the way, if you're watching this. He mentioned people are not talking about Slithery Finisher and how important it is on current gen, and I 100% agree. Like, I 100% agree. This badge is criminally undervalued, and if you have a card that doesn't have this, it is very important to have it, especially if they're a rim attacking player. Wilt Chamberlain being an example of a player who does not have Hoff's Slithery Finisher, and it is very apparent that he doesn't. So, just a thought, if you are somebody who attacks the rim a lot and you're noticing your guy is getting interrupted and doing layup animations quite frequently, equipping them with Slithery Finisher will at least help to alleviate that in some way, shape, or form. So, anyways, guys, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes reporting on the market. I'm gonna start wearing that money suit that guy wore in the 90s and like hitting buttons and smashing stuff when I do market videos. That'll be fun. I am doing another video over on the second channel today. I took a couple days off just because I've been trying to do 2K stuff. If you haven't already, watch my video about 7 ways that 2K could improve my team for the future by watching MLB The Show. It's pretty interesting. I think I did a good job. As always, check the description for all my stuff, and I'll probably be back later when 2K ends up teasing some stupid card or whatever. So, peace out.